Beautiful people, thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to almost everything from Life at Home. I'm Doc Waller.
I'm Abby Humphries.
I almost said thank you for listening to Life at Home from almost everything. My mind is in so many different ways. Let me tell you.
But you did your breathing, so you're fine.
I did my breathing. I am in a really good mood. A really good mood. You want to know one of the things I'm in a good mood about?
Yeah.
Some of the people that we're going to be bringing on to Life at Home. First of all, I would just like to say thank you guys for watching this show. I need you guys to like it, subscribe it, push the buttons wherever you are watching or listening this. If you're on Spotify or if you're on YouTube, leave a comment. Also, a large part of our episodes is when a guest becomes the quote unquote third host of this show and sends us a voice note. If you're listening to this, shoot us a voice note via DM. You can send it to us on Instagram. Just literally leave us a voice note. Any question in the world about wellness or family or entrepreneurship or ambition or style or food or pop culture or whatever it is, leave us a question. Or if you just want to record it and then send it to hello@lifeathome.com. Life is spelled with a Y. We want to answer all your questions. So those are all the ways you can engage on Spotify, Apple Podcast. I don't know if we're necessarily at the point where you guys can leave reviews, but if you want to, leave us a review, even if you don't want to. Do it because I said so. Do it because you love Life at Home. Yeah, I am super, super happy about some of the people that I'm not even done with the interviews, but I met one lady over the past week who is going to be coming on board. So soon we will have two hosts that will be leading our finance series, are, essentially making sure that we round out or we look at or we talk about wellness in a full scope perspective, right? And just really creating content that makes talking about money much more consumable and less put offish, standoffish, less intimidating.
Yeah.
More.
You said it's a woman.
Yes.
I love that.
Both are.
I love that because whenever Caleb and I were talking about, just like starting to maybe get a financial advisor, that was my one thing. I was like, it has to be a woman. Like, I do not need a man trying to explain money to me and like mansplain to me. Like I already like hated talking about money.
Okay.
And so like the thought of going into like an office and a man's like, this is what you should do with your money. Like that, I was just like, I'm not going to do it. Like it has to be a woman. And so we found this woman, she's amazing. And she was so like, not like non-judgmental, like you said. And just like,
oh, so you did find one?
Yeah, we found a female financial advisor and she's both. So we went together and the way that she explained just like investing and money and like saving was so, she was like, we were asking the dumbest questions and she was like, there's no dumb questions. Like a lot of people actually don't know about this. She like had a whiteboard. She was like drawing things on the board. Yeah. And it was just like such a good experience. And I was like, thank you.
How long ago was this?
It was like right after we bought our house. So like almost 2 years ago, I think. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was what you were saying. It was like a new relationship that you guys found.
Yeah, no, we've had her for like almost 2 years.
And so how often do you meet with her?
We met with her a couple times, like at the beginning when we first started. And then she's like, anytime I need to meet with her, if I have a question about something, like when I was getting stuff set up for like my business 401k and everything. So I probably met with her like 4 or 5 times, I think only twice in person. And then, I'll like email her like quarterly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand what you're saying about, and I'm going to flash back to this when we have our question submitted.
Yeah.
I'm going to flash back to some of this essence, but I understand what you're saying in regards to, preferring to have, I think I understand.
Yeah.
I can't. I know as a woman, I know exactly what you mean. No, I don't. But I do understand the feeling of wanting to look for a woman in regards to that topic.
Yeah.
Because there's a number of times in a lot of the stuff that I've produced over the years, especially with Life at Home, but just a ton of my projects, I felt like I'm willing to have a dude do this, but he has to be special.
Yeah.
In regards to what he brings to the table and how he articulates himself.
Yes.
Because I can't go to the theater and find all of these guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I'm sorry, I gotta put it this way. So few men are like me. And when and I'm talking about being able to articulate themselves in a way that's consumable for people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or can, just the way they articulate themselves, the way they can give room to other people, even just in like the normal workspace to, how complimentary they are.
Yes. Like holding, like I know exactly what you're saying,
You know what I
because I
mean?
feel it, and it's like, it's the reason that I'm able to sit down with you and talk to you and feel like heard, but also like you're adding value to the conversation without like overpowering the conversation. Whereas a lot of, and like, I like to say it's not always like men, it's more just like the masculine energy and like being able to have both and like hold space for both. Yeah. And I feel like when it comes to money, that topic is very masculine already, because it's very like powerful and like domineering, and his historical tradition of like, honey, I got this, you stay in the kitchen and do this, the fact that women couldn't even like buy a house on their own for a long time,
couldn't have a bank account until
alarming amount of time. Like,
I think it was like the 60s or something like that. Yeah.
In recent history. And so like, because of,
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Don't quote us on that.
Hold on, as a matter of fact, hold on, wait. Let's let's take a moment.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it was like,
it was pretty darn.
Definitely the buying the house. Like,
what year were women allowed to have a bank account or own a home? Google Gemini is pulling this up.
The answer depends on where you live and your marital status at the time. Historically, unmarried women, single, widowed, or divorced, often had more legal rights to property than married women, whose legal identities were traditionally merged with their...
Okay, shut up.
Okay, now what we're talking about.
It wasn't until the Equal Credit Opportunity Act of 1974
That's crazy.
that it became illegal for banks to deny a woman a bank account.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wasn't off. I wasn't off.
Yeah. So like, because of that, because of the history, it just feels better for me to take advice and learn about money from a woman.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm really glad that you chose a woman for that role.
It's going to be hard I will say this. If it is a front facing, man, I'm glad we're having this conversation though. If it is a front facing position for Life at Home and you see a guy there, just know he's special.
Yeah.
Caleb was the only. Josh is special. Yeah. But Josh is behind the scenes.
He doesn't want to be in front of the camera. Not. Yeah.
I knew Caleb was special when Caleb and I worked for a previous company. So I knew I felt comfortable having him. I hope I get to work with him again in the future. I knew I felt comfortable just having him lead workouts and things like that. I knew certain things weren't going to come out of his mouth that I was going to have to pause and say. Like imagine if you and Caleb are sitting down talking to a guy and he happens to say "sweetie" or something like that.
Yeah.
Abby, let me tell you. See, now I'm getting comfortable. We're about to have an episode. There was a moment where I was producing this web series for this company in East Alabama, and it was a kind of a coffee shop restaurant kind of a thing, and they thought it would be cool to like kind of produce a web series about things going on in the coffee shop. It was more than a coffee shop. It was like a really cool place. And I was sitting down with the owner, husband and wife owner. And the wife was just very kind of vibrant and light and had all these ideas or whatever, and was talking and throwing stuff off and just like speaking from her heart and a lot of things. And the husband more than once did the thing to where like if I'm the husband, you're the wife, and I'm standing over there, just I'm sorry, that kind of a thing. And I swear to you, Abby, it took everything in my power to not stop these meetings and say, why the fuck are you apologizing for your wife in front of another? Are you serious?
Right. Also, like whenever she's just like being passionate about something.
That's it.
And you're trying to like dim her light.
It was embarrassing. And I was just like, I got to get out of this. I can't.
Yeah. Well, because it's so like, what is that? Like misogyny in general is so ingrained into so much of our society that I feel like a lot of men don't even realize what they're doing whenever they do that, and like where that comes from and like how it comes off.
Can you imagine what I would do? I don't have any sons right now. If I was like sitting next to my nephews
and they did that,
and I would punch them so hard in their chest,
you would like dislocate. You would like pull their arm so hard that it would like dislocate their shoulder.
I was telling somebody this weekend about conversations that I had with I went and stayed with my mom for about 2 or 3 months last year, and I was taking my nephew to school every single day, and we were having these conversations, and he would tell me, yeah, my girlfriend, you know, blah blah blah, I just kind of left her. And I said, you said what?
Yeah, like don't try to be casual about this.
You said what to her? You did no, but boy, no.
Yeah.
And they're just like, dude cannot compute.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wait, no, he's a really good dude. They're raised well. But it's almost just like, no, son. That's not how you don't do that. Because there's a very thin line between that and like becoming a creep.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you don't say no, don't, first of all, never let me hear you address that in that way ever. Oh, I'm sorry, Uncle Danny. Yeah. That kind of thing. So, but yeah, I appreciate you saying that. And I want to be careful in regards to say, it's not that too few men. Everybody that works for Life at Home, in my eyes, has to be special. There has to be something, that is about you that you can bring to the table. I just know that in society, especially here in the South, the ability to tap into that thing that makes a lot of people comfortable or makes you, consumable is not necessarily the thing that's always associated with dude or man. That's it. And so, I don't want to berate anybody, but I also know what the fuck I experienced, and I'm not backing off on this.
Totally.
So she, I've been going back and forth with that individual, but I did not meet with her yet. I'm going to meet with her this week. But I also met with a woman who is going to be coming on as kind of like the professional workplace life work balance, work-life balance, Sunday 3:00, Monday scary kind of person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's going to be the person that we're going to develop a series around. It's like, okay, what conversation did you have at work today? Meetings? You hate the meetings? Yeah, me too. This is what, you got fired, or you're looking for, this kind of thing, that crazy 9 to 5. There are so many people that are just They don't want to be a influencer. They don't want to be a superstar. They are a mom or they are a professional, and they wake up 9 to 5 and they need somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
They need to hear, they need to go through some crazy shit throughout their day and then come home at night, be able to open the Life at Home app and understand that somebody gets it.
Yeah.
And and can hear somebody say something and go, okay, I know how to deal with this when I go back into the office.
That's a really great point, because I feel like a lot of, like you said, influencers and like a lot of media right now is so like unrealistic for what people are actually experiencing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so people are living their very normal day-to-day lives.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get home and the only thing that they can look at on their phone is like people that are living completely different lives than them. And like, yeah, it might be like inspiring or whatever, but it's not, you don't feel seen. So like to have something that not only allows you to feel seen, but maybe even like gives you advice or like encouragement for your actual normal everyday life is great.
Yeah. And not feeling like the only content I need to make as a professional public figure is how to tell people to leave their job and start their business.
Right.
No,
because that's not for everybody.
That's not for everybody. If that's for you, something innate in you will make you do it.
Yes.
It's not a controllable.
Yeah, you'll be forced.
What you're doing was not really a decision.
No, exactly. Yeah.
It was a what? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm here now.
It was
now.
like
100%. People didn't, all this like, you need no. If they want to look for that answer, look for that question.
Yes.
People need to understand, like, how do I deal with this knucklehead in the office?
Yeah.
That's what the real world is out there. Mm-hmm. That's 85% of the pie.
Yeah.
Right.
And like having an actual person tell you instead of like ChatGPT. Because I feel like so many people are going to AI now for like, how do I respond to this crazy person in an email? Like, okay, whatever. But like, maybe use your own like skills and like it's in you. You just have to, but it would be nice to have a human to talk to you about that.
And they can't articulate it the way AI can't deliver it. So It's so funny. I use certain parts of Google Gemini to prep certain parts of the show. And I gave Google Gemini maybe like 8 categories about some things that I was looking for, and it's trying so hard to tie them back into wellness. I had to literally type, relax.
Yeah, chill out.
We're a wellness company, but I don't need you to tie in the science and the business and the tech aspect conversations. Like, just stop, relax a little bit. Like I said, think outside the box. Like I will also say though, I'm in a good mood, and then we'll move on. I'm in a really good mood because, although this is a show that talks about so many other topics and we can have fun on entertainment and blah, 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 it's always great to remind myself, or maybe remind
listeners,
remind listeners, I'm thinking about AI Gemini, that the core of the 2 people that are sitting on this couch and the core of everything that you're going to see at Life at Home is wellness. And I'm only saying that because these last couple of days or this last week was so, I don't necessarily want to say crazy, but I was giving myself a lot of kind of personal freedoms and things like that. And I found myself after yesterday, preparing, waking up and preparing to drive here, I found myself a little out of sorts, but I felt so comfortable, and I knew that I was going to get rebalanced because I knew that I was going to get on the floor and do a 45-minute power yoga session. Mm-hmm. And I did it. And afterwards it was like, it's not so much, I had a workout scheduled, let me do it. It's like, I know I have a tool in my toolkit to make me feel better.
Yeah.
Let's go get that feeling.
Yeah.
Right. And there's something when you're doing, and she made us do this a couple of times. There's something about, and this is just a tip. There's something about doing a yoga session where you have like this, like, intense flow, and then they make you stand up and just stand in mountain pose
and stillness,
and it's almost like it almost makes you want to laugh, because you can feel the heat kind of like moving through your body, and you feel the effects, you feel the effects of what you just did. And she was like, okay, this is the first, we got 2 more flows, so you get to feel that again. Oh my gosh, it was like, was it
in person?
No. It was online.
Have you ever gone to like an in-person yoga class?
I've never done it. Well,
like at a class, like a studio.
I've been a person on the floor of a yoga session that
was being recorded. That doesn't count. You
don't tell me this is no.
I hear you fully, and I do.
There's something different.
You just like sometime that'll be my my recommendation to you specifically.
Okay.
Is like find a studio in Greenville.
Okay.
A lot of them have like first classes free, so you can just go check it out.
Yeah.
Just go to one and like bring your mat.
Yeah.
You'll love it.
I think I 100% think you're right. No, I don't think you're right. I know you're right. I am we are Abby's like, I know we're an online platform, but please go to
literally.
No, I'm
that
kidding.
is me though.
No, I mean we will never be the online platform that says working out at home is better than going to a studio. There's no need for us to say that.
Yeah.
We want you guys to go work out, get on the app, tell us about your best workout locations.
Yeah.
We already know what's great about the ability to have an at-home workout that's incredible quality, well-produced, great music. We understand the benefit of that. And we're not at a place to where we're so intimidated about that to where we have to say, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. This is a compliment to whatever you've got going on in your life. And I know it's almost just like, it's almost like I know I could be addicted to like going to a super dope yoga place kind of a thing. I don't know why I'm standoffish about it. It's probably because I'll say this. I am a really big fan of at-home workouts.
Yeah,
like
totally.
I'm a really big fan. And so it's not that
you haven't necessarily felt the need to go and like
but
because the feeling that you just described, I hear, like, I understand that so hard, and it's like, for me personally, experiencing that in a studio with a teacher that you could like reach out and touch, and like 10 other people in the class that are also experiencing the same thing, that energy, it's like that what you experience times 100.
It's a different 100%.
Yeah.
I 100%.
And you can't always have that, but when you can, and if you can.
There's a yoga studio that I pass on my morning run, and I pass it. So I normally get up and run maybe like 4:45, 5 o'clock. So it's still dark.
Yeah.
But I'm running by this. It's in Unity Park. Okay. It's a massive park, but
they have like a 5 a.m. class.
Oh yeah.
And you see them.
So this is the jealousy.
You're like out there. There's a window, and you're like breathing. You're like doing. Have you seen this?
No. It's not outside.
I know, but have you seen those videos where it's like when you can't get off the wait list for the class, and it's like someone's like outside, like looking they're like doing the class.
They're trying to follow the instruction from outside the building.
Yeah.
That is funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. No, I see them getting out of their car.
Oh yeah.
With their yoga mats and their things like that. And they're all walking into the thing, going in, and I'm just like, I know they're going to something dope.
Yeah, they're gonna have a good time.
And I'm a little jealous. And you can see the studio with like the red lights and the thing. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, out my head.
I experience that whenever I'm like leaving a class, and I see people coming into the class after me. I'm jealous of them that they get to experience.
You just left?
Yeah, I'm like, I just left, and I'm like, but it's like whenever you like haven't or like whenever you watch a movie and like someone's never watched it before.
Yes.
And you're like, you get to watch this for the first time. It's like, I know that you're about to go have a great workout and I want to do it again already. But I'm like, I'm just, I'm kind
funny.
of a freak about that.
Did you see the TikTok of the girl? She's on the couch. You can see her, but you can't see the person next to her. And she got her camera set up right here. And she goes, when you make someone watch a movie for the first time that you've been recommending,
and you're like,
and you're just like,
yeah.
And it's just like, and you're watching it as if you directed and produced it yourself.
Yes.
That's kind of like what you were. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
That's funny.
No, for sure.
All right. I will. One last thing before we move forward. One of the most underrated aspects, I think, body parts when it comes to, and it's just like, I want to, even when I get home today, I'm going to sit home and do maybe like 10, 15 minutes of it. The front of the foot. When I get to stretch out the front of the foot. And I will say this, I don't know what it's called. When someone sits on their feet, but they're not on their toes. You know what I mean?
Hero's pose.
I think so. To where your foot's not like that.
Yeah.
But it's like all the way down. I can't do that. I can only do it I can't sit back on my feet unless my heel is up.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's honestly, I can't sit. It sucks. I can't sit like that anymore because of my knee. Because I injured my knee. Yeah. That's how my knee will like,
popped, you said?
Yeah. It'll like subluxate. Okay. And that's how it happens, is sitting in that pose because it's so much pressure on my knee.
Wow.
But I miss sitting like that because it does feel really good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we didn't even, what time is this? It's almost, we didn't even get to our cold open.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah. Okay.
I feel like once we get into it, it always kind of speeds by.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you the questions. You ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. This is our cold open where we present each other 6 questions. We can smash them and answer it, or we can pass them and go to the next one. But you have to answer one of them.
Yeah.
This is how we check in with each other and realize or learn about something that happened.
Yeah. And we have 2 weeks now. We have 2 weeks under our belt. So,
and apparently a whole lot of shit just happened to Abby.
I mean, honestly, it didn't. But anyway, I guess we'll find out.
Who sparked the most joy or the most interesting challenge in your world over the last 7 days?
Pass.
Okay. What did the world teach you this week that you weren't necessarily looking to learn?
Pass.
Okay, she just passed on that. What is one decision, big or small, that you've been circling this week but haven't quite landed the plane on yet?
I think I'm going to smash that one.
Let's go.
And it's a big decision.
Oh God, hold on. Wait. Am I ready for this?
It's just crazy because I actually have been circulating on it this week. Circulating.
Circling.
Circling.
You've been circling
or circulating.
Or percolating.
Percolating.
Is that right?
I don't know. Percolating is a word, and I do say that.
Circulating, it's not circulating.
It's circling.
Circling on the question, yeah. Circling the question.
So the reason I was like it's a big one is because it's just like a little deep. It's kind of deep for a cold open.
Let's go.
If I want to have kids or not.
Whoa.
Because
wait.
So
you're giving this to the podcast?
I am.
All right.
Because there were just like, and I don't know if it was because I was like paying attention to it more and it was like top of mind. So I was like looking, you know how like sometimes when you're looking for something or it's just like top of mind, you're seeing more about it.
Okay.
So I was watching Love is Blind.
Oh Lord, hold on, wait.
And
Don't do that.
No. Okay. Listen. So that Love is Blind is my one like trash show that I watch.
Can I interrupt slightly?
Yes.
They reached out to me.
Really?
Yeah. The casting director.
Oh, I saw you posted about something like that.
That was them.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Wait, are they coming to?
No, it was in Charlotte.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's a really interesting show. It really is.
Okay.
I prefer it more than any other dating show personally. But so one of the girls in the pods. That's what they call them, in the pods.
Okay.
I've
never seen this, by the way.
So obviously it's Love is Blind because you're talking to someone through a wall. So you can't see them. But people are like saying, I love you, proposing. It's almost like dating. It's almost like online dating, but you can't see them.
Okay.
And you're not allowed to give any, like, really any physical, you're not allowed to say like, I'm 6'5", like I'm 6'2", like you're not allowed to explain how tall you are or like your race or anything.
Okay.
And this girl was pretty adamant that she didn't want to have kids. And she's adopted. She had like some health stuff. And she was just like, I just want to be upfront. Like, I don't think I want kids. The guy that she ends up like getting with does want kids. Okay. And it's like this whole conversation. And she...
Getting with as in matched or hooked up?
Engaged.
Are you... Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Wait. Hold on. Wait.
But it poses an interesting question later on in the show.
Hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt. These people get engaged within a span of what time?
Sight unseen.
How long? A day? Like...
No, it's like a couple weeks. 10 days.
They're sitting in a pod for 10 days.
Yes. Talking, and they're dating a couple different people. They pick their person. Some people don't pick anybody, but if you pick your person, you have to get engaged sight unseen. That's how the show works.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Aren't you glad you didn't?
Yes, I'm so glad I've never. Yeah.
It's crazy.
I promise you, I've never seen. When I first heard of Love is Blind, I actually thought it was about disability. You're
like, okay, so it's just a bunch of people that are blind dating.
Well, yes, because there's one called like Love on the Spectrum, right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
You're right. Yes.
Okay. I thought it was.
Honestly, that's totally fair. That's totally fair that you thought.
Hey, look. Okay,
but no. So
I look good.
And a lot of times, but some people like it's crazy because it's like people end up getting with each other, and you're like, you never would have been together. And they'll say it. They're like, I never would have been with this person if I would have seen them. And so then it's like, So anyway, this girl, she gets with this guy. They're compatible in a lot of ways, but like she doesn't want to have kids. He does. So they end up going and they do like hometowns, or like their family comes and meets each other. And so she's with her family. She has 2 sisters. She's the only adopted one in the family. They're talking, and the producers are definitely like probing them to like get into deep conversations.
Right.
And basically the mom, I think, asks the guy, like, do you want to have kids? Because Emma doesn't want to have kids. And he was like, I do. And it like starts to become this whole conversation. And one of the sisters who has 2 kids, the 2 kids are like running around there with them. She's like, I want you guys to be like very intentional about this. And then she literally says, if I had the opportunity to like do my life over, she's like, listen, I love my kids, but if I had the opportunity to do my life over and they said, you can come back and have your same life, or you can have a life without kids, I would pick the life without kids. And she literally said that on national television with her 2 kids like running around. And I was like, that is an insane thing to say on national television with your kids right there.
Yeah.
Like it's just, and it like rattled me because I was like,
she wouldn't have said that if she didn't mean it.
Yeah. And for someone to like genuinely feel that way is like scary. And like, I feel like people don't talk about that enough, that like a lot of people regret it, like regret having kids. And like, I'm just in this place where I'm like, I'm really trying to make intentional decisions. And like, I also have a fear of like change and commitment, and like that is something that you can't change once it happens. And it's like that's your life. Like you're committing to it, full stop.
I'm seeing a lot of emotion behind your eyes on this question.
Well, it's crazy because it's like, I feel like especially in the South, it's like the default. You know, like you're going to get married and have kids.
100%.
And it's like, it's almost like if you say you're not, it's like, oh my God. But, and it's always like, oh, but you would be such a great mom. And that's what everyone said to her in the pods and like on the show. They're like, oh, but like, I just feel like you would be such a great mom. And she's like, why do you keep saying that? Like, why is it? Cause then it's almost like I'm being selfish if I don't, because I would be such a good mom. But it's like
when people, I honestly think when people say that statement, it is based on some of the most flighty,
and it's like they're projecting almost, I feel like.
Well, it's almost just like someone's funny. You'd make a great stand-up comic.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's
like, you don't know.
They find the most surface level quality.
Like, oh, you're a nice, like, warm person.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd be a great mom.
Yeah. Like, you smiled at a kid.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you're good with my kids.
The kid's eating poop off the ground. Of course I'm smiling at the kid. I'm laughing at the kid. I'm not smiling.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I just like, but then on the other hand, I spent a lot of time with one of my good friends who is a mom for the past 2 weeks. I spent time with her without her kid and with her kid. She has like a 6-month-old, and she is like the best mom, like loves her daughters so deeply, I've been with her. She's like one of my childhood best friends, and I've seen her whole life, her whole pregnancy, everything. And she makes me want to have kids, like seeing somebody like that, and like seeing my sister, and like, so there's the other side of it. But it's just like, for the first time over the past few months, I've just been like, oh, this is like, maybe this isn't the default that I'm going to do this. Like, if I do, I want it to be extremely intentional and not just like, oh, I'm going to do this because that's just what I always thought I was going to do.
So your default is maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
There is nothing wrong. I also do I not think that there's anything wrong with that? 2, I think like the amount of work and the amount of effort for young ladies who grew up where we grew up to change that default and realize that it is okay to change your default, not even changing your answer,
right?
Just changing the default from which you are choosing to
totally,
right?
Yeah,
is massive where we come from. And
I thank you for acknowledging that, because I also feel like it's just so crazy, because it's like when you say that, people get so defensive, and it's like, it's the same thing like when people like don't drink or like choose to not drink, and people like get mad at them almost. They're like, oh, come on, just have a drink. It's fine. Like, don't like live a little, have fun, whatever. Yeah. But it's like, why don't make it about you? Like, this is a decision for them. Like, and it's like, I feel like you notice people's, not even insecurities, but just like, it's like they're projecting in some way. Cause it's like when someone tells me something, oftentimes I will have an immediate reaction, but I try not to vocalize that, because it's like, it's not about me. Like, you're telling me a decision that you're making for yourself. So it's like, you do you.
What you're saying, right? You're making me challenge myself a lot. I'm literally thinking about a lot of the changes I need to make and how I respond to people. The more important, meaningful the topic is, the better I am at responding. But there's a lot of surface level things that I do. It's almost like, and I don't want to trivialize what you're talking about.
No, I get what you're saying though.
Someone says, if you were to tell me, Doc, I've never seen Shawshank Redemption. What?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have had this.
Because I'm literally thinking about how many times I've already done that to you on this podcast. Right. And it's just like, so I'm thinking, man, if people do that so often with the small things, I know they do it with the big things. Yes. I'm a little different, because if the more heavier, I'll give a person a little bit more grace.
Totally.
But and especially like if they're a mom with 3 kids and they love it. Right. You are now immediately saying, my world perspective, and you're taking it and you're throwing it. It's just like, bro, relax. Yeah. Like, what, we may live on the same block,
Right.
But the one visual that always comes to mind is the Olympic rings, right? To where it's just like, you see all I don't know how many, I think it's like 5, but when you see them linked like that, like right here is where we connect. We're not like this,
right?
But we're just like that.
Yes.
Engage with me, understanding that that's our overlap, not that.
Right.
So when I tell you something, don't expect it to be exactly what you said.
Right. Yeah.
We don't overlap all that way.
Exactly. So that's, yeah. And then the last thing I'll say is like, I was talking to someone a couple weeks ago who is a therapist and or like does counseling, and we were just talking about like how, you know, my experience with therapists or whatever, and how therapists are humans too. And like, it's interesting because even in a setting like that, where it's extremely professional and it's not about the therapist, it's about the person that is, you know, the patient, I can notice sometimes when I say something that like almost like will trigger them, or it's not even like a trigger, but it's like this kind of like sparked something in them, whether it was like another client or like in their personal life. And no matter how much they try to like be stoic and neutral about it, their humanness is going to come out. And it's like, of course, that's, you know, that's what I'm paying for. Like, you're a human. I want you to like speak to me from your experience and your knowledge. But it's like, at the end of the day, my point is that like, of course, everybody is going to feel something and feel emotion when someone says something as big as like, maybe I don't want to have kids. Yeah. But I just think it's important to hold space for people that if they feel comfortable enough telling you that, like, don't immediately be like, oh, but you'd be a great mom. Like, maybe ask them why, like, you know, like have an open conversation instead of immediately defaulting to that's the wrong thing, or that's not how I would be. Or
so have you gotten closer to either decision yet? Or
I think I like that you said that. I just kind of changed my default because I think before, like, if this was like, I'm definitely going to have kids, and this was, I'm definitely not, I was over here. Yeah. And I think now I'm just like probably more in between, neutral, like, you know, I'm like just moving into more of the gray area, I guess. Yeah. But yeah. And it's just interesting because I feel like I have this new perspective of like looking at things from a different lens and challenging myself. And like, if I did this, why, like, where would that be coming from? Like, cause I value my autonomy so much. I really do. And like, I feel like I'm just now kind of getting to the point where I'm like making decisions for just me. And like, I'm really loving that. And I'm like, I don't want to give that up yet.
Whew.
Cold open.
Cold. You know this open's supposed to be cold, right?
Yeah, no, this is actually a hard open.
Yeah, good gracious. I appreciate and respect the hell out of you for one, giving the podcast that conversation. That was not something that you had to share here. That's one of the most difficult, I think, conversations that anybody could have, especially women, obviously. Yeah. You know, and I will say that, you know, I it's very possible that someone who could go into a yes, but not from a complete yes perspective. And then afterwards say, oh, I never thought that I would like it this much.
Exactly.
Right. You know, the same way that the other person said, this I should not have done this. Right. Someone else could say, oh man, this was the best thing ever. Yeah. And it's hard because kind of both decisions are irreversible.
Like, it does get to a point where, you know, you're 60 years old and you didn't have kids and you can't. And then there's also, you know, once you have them, you have them. So it's like, I think that's what scares me, is it's the most permanent decision that you can make. Everything else in your life can be taken. Even like, you can get divorced, you can sell your house, you can change jobs, you can move, you can end a relationship, but that's your kid. Like,
there's a reason why Doc can lose a studio and still be good.
yeah.
And bring his company back, a year and a half later, because of certain decisions that I've made to not,
Exactly.
that
Yes.
kind of thing. And so
Totally. And the other thing I want to say about it too is that like I acknowledge that it's a privilege for me to even be able to like, and again, I don't know, like I've never tried to have kids, like, cause also there's a chance that like I would want to, and I couldn't,
Yeah.
So cause I also know people who want that so bad and they can't. And so like, I don't want to talk about it flippantly as almost like, this is a decision that like, I just like get to make, because it's like biology is a thing and like, you just never know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to acknowledge that too. Cause I know for some people it can be the opposite of like, they really want to and they can't.
I just saw a video of a young lady. I don't even know if this is necessarily worth saying, but that it was a video she put on TikTok, and she had her, I mean, it may have been like a wee 1-year-old, maybe younger. It almost had to be younger, I think. And she was like in tears in the camera, like pleading for connection. And I don't necessarily, nope. I'm going to give her 100% benefit of the doubt. She was saying postpartum is killing me and I need some help.
Yeah.
And it was like, the only thing that like, I just knew that there were thousands of women that understood that we're going to be there for her, that we're going to, that's one positive. There's a lot of ridiculously negative things about the internet, but with some of the positive things, it's like, I knew women were going to
the comments were going to be positive.
That's one of those videos to where it's like, you could scroll and you would hard pressed to find something negative.
Right.
And, and if you
have
did,
to be evil.
You would have to be, and those other women would take care of that person.
Right.
But so you now have something else to deal with outside of the decision.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Right.
And I'm already emotional and hormonal and like,
well, that wasn't the right word.
Right. Well,
empathetic.
No. I'm empathetic. And I also just like, I feel the weight of the world. I feel extremely, I'm a very emotional person.
Yeah.
Baseline.
Yeah.
So throw postpartum, throw hormones, throw a newborn life that I have to take care of into the mix.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I wouldn't be capable of doing it, but it's just like, again, I want to be intentional about that decision and not just be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do that. Cause like, that's the hardest thing. That's the hardest thing in the world.
Abby. Woo.
Getting deep. Episode 9.
I've never ate.
8.
That's the most personal conversation we've ever
Probably,
had.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Now it's out for the world to see. I'm almost 30. I'm like slowly giving less fucks the older I get.
Good. I think there are a lot of people that will benefit from hearing that conversation. That's really awesome. Okay. Guess you have to ask me
Okay.
I already know which one I'm going to do.
Do you want to just...
Yeah, I'll just say it. Number 2, I think.
Number 2.
Yep.
Okay. What did the world teach you this week that you weren't necessarily looking to learn?
Okay. I'll make this super, super quick. Slow down, motherfucker. You are not... It kind of... So it's not so much slow down. It's life. When I say life, I'm not necessarily a religious individual. I'm a spiritual individual. I believe in karma intensely, but I also believe in God. further away from like the religious aspect of it, or just like the fact that I do not believe I'm the only person on this planet.
Right.
I believe that there is something higher out there.
Yeah.
So when I say life is talking to me, I'm thinking about a collection of all of those things, right? Life was saying, yes, it is the right time for you to do some more personal things and start enjoying much more of your life outside of just like founder stuff. But don't fucking lose focus of the point.
Yeah.
Dog. You know what I mean? Like life was saying, yes, you're probably going to be a better founder this year. What you're going to do is probably really going to work out because you're allowing yourself to enjoy life a little bit more, but it ain't going to work out unless you find the right balance of it. Meaning you need to get organized more. You need to have more plans. You need to have a little bit more rigidity in the point to where it's just like, boom, like Life at Home has this newspaper for kids that's coming out. I 100% could have the first issue done already. I 100% could. And it's not that I'm like already willy-nilly, just like, there's not a lot of stuff I'm doing, but it's just like, oh, if I would have like scheduled time, if I would have had things a little bit more organized, I would have found the time to get it done already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not locked in right now. And
well, you can't be locked in on everything. You need to give yourself a little grace.
True. Okay, true. I'm accepting this.
Yeah.
I'm accepting this. But it's also just like what happened this morning with the cameras and the lenses, it wouldn't have happened if I really took the time to like focus.
I understand that feeling of like whenever you kind of like mess up a little bit and you're like, you're not on your A game and you're like, oh, like I know I could be and I am most of the time. And when you slip, it's like, it makes you question.
100%. There's something that happens when people are around me for like a full day. There's multiple times throughout the day where I'll just go, fuck. And then I'm like, what? And I'll say, oh no, nothing. I was thinking about something that happened 6 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were like, what?
Are you good?
Yeah. I'm like, no, because I'm always thinking about that one thing I could have said in that meeting or the one decision. I'm just like, oh, so I need to, give myself grace, but also understand if I really lock in on, okay, here's a better way of putting it. There are moments that I should be giving myself grace. Yeah. And then are moments where it's just like, fuck your grace.
Right. Like lock in.
Like lock in. Yeah. And if you take those moments, it's not about hustling. It's not about the whole Gary Vaynerchuk grind all day, always working. Like, shut up. It's not that. Yeah. But there are certain parts of the day. Get this shit done. Yes. So then you can don't half-ass this.
Yeah. That's a really interesting way
you know what I mean?
There's
some points to where it's just like, Doc, your life is saying you're good enough. You're actually good at you're good enough. You're skilled enough to reach back into enjoying life a little bit more. If this is as tight as it possibly can be. And it's not the general enjoy life. Remember that you are focusing on building something different. Yes. You are doing something that is absurd and it's special and it's going to take. So keep your tight points tight, that kind of thing. And
so I feel like I needed to hear that because something that I do is like whenever I'm in that like intense mindset, which I am most of the time these days, I allow it to infiltrate every single aspect of my life. And then I become crazy. And then I'm like locking in on things I don't need to lock in on.
Abby, this is ice cream.
No,
why are you locking in on ice cream? Yeah.
Like I'm locking. Yeah. So it's like being able to be fluid enough to be like, okay, this is something that's like not that big of a deal. I can just like let it go, or, you know, be more flexible about it. And then the things that I do need to lock in on, I will have even more energy because I didn't freak out about the little things.
But also, when you're outside of that lock-in moment, be able to turn around and say, okay, I did lock in.
Yes.
I can go take a walk.
Right.
I can go relax, go to a movie, and not forget, remember, and be able to turn around and recognize, okay, I did my thing.
Yes.
Let me, you know, yeah. So,
wow. That was the hardest or the hottest cold open I've ever experienced.
We need to relax.
Woo, okay. Everything else is going to be super lighthearted.
Yeah. Actually, okay. I have a semi lighthearted fact.
Okay, great.
Okay,
I don't.
Because you know, yours is going to be, we flipped. Yeah. We totally flipped. Because normally I'm very philosophical and dramatic.
And intense.
And Abby's like, did you know that flip flops were?
Did you know that you could get married at Taco Bell?
Okay. Well, a lot of people actually commented on that.
I'm feeling intense today, I guess.
Okay, hey, do your thing. Okay, so so now we are moving into Matter of Fact. Matter of Fact is a segment of the show where we present each other with a fact, and we ask the other person, have you heard of this fact? And then we chit chat about it if it's interesting enough to have a conversation, which it normally is, because we're awesome like that.
Because we yap.
Because we got it. This one is a fact for Abby, and this is called Ready is the New Well. Personal wellness is expanding into functional readiness. Okay. Not just looking fit, but being prepared for a changing world.
Oh.
Meaning modern wellness retreats are pivoting to teach disaster preparedness and readiness as a form of preventative health. It's no longer just about the spa. It's about having the physical and mental resilience to handle disaster-proof living.
Is this a callback to our book club?
Oh my God. So yeah. What was
the Doomsday, the Survivalist?
The Survivalist? Yeah.
I think about that book all the freaking time.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to go back and read it. I haven't read it. I mean, I was there when we kind of went back and forth, but I need to dive into
it. It was crazy. Yeah.
I tried to read it. I'm a slow reader. I just need to get back
it was a hard book to read, honestly. Like the writing was like hard.
I don't think you guys scored it that
I didn't
great.
like love
it. Was it 2.5 you guys gave it?
I didn't love it, but like clearly it stuck with me.
Yeah. So, are you
ready for a disaster?
Okay, do you have any doomsday in you whatsoever?
Like, do I think about it or am I ready for it?
Both. Do you think about it? Can I admit something?
Yeah.
Maybe over the past 3-4 years, you know, I do a lot of home looking stuff, bookmarking.
Oh, you're thinking like you need a bunker?
I've looked into it.
Yeah. I love that for you. And I will. And can I come if there's a disaster?
Okay. No, were you saying I love that for you? Meaning like, you and your crazy world.
Like,
I don't believe in it.
Like, I love that you're thinking that way. Okay. Like, I do genuinely love that for you.
No, see, I don't know. I hate it when people say.
Okay. I love that. Full stop. I do.
For you. Okay. I don't, as of more recently, when I think about it, it's not so much like I think that we're going to be bombed or there's like a massive tsunami that's coming, you know.
It's not going to be like one huge event is what you're saying.
I think that the more likely thing to happen is like civil unrest.
Yeah.
I think that there can be something that happens in the information security, digital, financial thing that like makes the bottom drop out of something.
Yeah.
And scares the shit out of everybody. Yes. And everybody goes to where it's just like, dog eat dog.
Yes.
You know, the survival of the fittest.
Yes. If there was like a grid blackout or something.
That kind of a thing.
Yes. I think about that a lot.
Yeah.
And something that I like try to get people, I ask this of people because I feel like people don't think about it. And I don't know why I'm just like to make people feel uncomfortable, but I'm like, what's your plan? If, you know, and I think it all came from reading that book. Cause like we talked about this for like multiple episodes and I like got in that mindset.
We need to go back and give that a better score.
We do, because it's like, you know, and it's, you know, call it whatever you want, but it's like, it's not dumb to like have a plan with you and your people, what you would do if something did happen.
Right.
Just to be prepared. And like, even, you know, like with AI and stuff, like you don't know what you can trust, and just like having signals and like passwords, like with your people and your family to know that like, if someone's like trying to impersonate somebody, which happens, it has, you know, just to be like, no, I know the question I can ask to make sure I know that this is actually you, where you would go, where you would meet up if you couldn't talk on the phone, if you couldn't get in contact with each other. Like, I think that if you asked if I have that in me, I do, because I think about that and I want to have a plan, because I am also a big like control freak planner. And I would like to know what would happen, what I would do, and what my family and people would do if something like that happened.
So do you feel physically ready to live in that world for like 3 months tomorrow? Meaning like think about whatever could happen in regards to like having to change the way you eat, having to like fight someone who might walk into your house, like that kind of thing.
It's funny and also kind of sweet that like the first thought I had was like, if I have Caleb, I'll be fine.
Okay, good.
Like alone? No. If I had him, I'm good. Yeah. Cause he is mentally strong enough for the both of us.
Okay.
And has proven that time and time again in other situations we've had that have been hard. That he can like get me through something like that. Physically, I think I'm better off than maybe a lot of people. I don't know if I could fight somebody, but I could probably run. I put my cats in their astronaut backpack, and Caleb and I are running.
In your astronaut backpack?
My astronaut backpack.
Have you ever been in a fight? Have we talked about this? Have you ever been in a physical fight?
No. And I don't want to be.
It's not something you should aspire to. Okay.
Do you feel? I feel like you would be ready.
I would be much more ready. Much more ready than most. Like meaning like, let's just go from a mental space, like the like having to be alone. Let's put that at the top thing. Are you ready to be fucking lonely for 3 years as like the world comes back to, you know? I would 100%. That's the easiest part for me. Right?
You could just be in your bunker.
100%.
With your kettlebell.
Even like my kettlebell and my coffee. Although we wouldn't have coffee. It'd be like, you know.
It'd be like chicory root.
Chicory pecan, you know.
Acorn.
Sassafras coffee. But, you know, that's another thing too. Like, could you eat? Could you know what I mean? It depends on like, if it was fishing, I'd be good to go.
Yeah,
I'm an Alabama
that's
boy.
what I mean whenever I say like, because Caleb and I love watching Survivor. Obviously, I talk about it all the time. And I have convinced myself at this point that I could go on Survivor. Like I really think I could. Abby,
the apocalypse has no producers that can bring you some Skittles.
I know, but I'm
off
saying,
camera.
I'm saying that is generous of me for myself to say that. So of course I wouldn't be okay during an apocalypse. But like whenever the snowstorm was happening a couple months ago, and Brad Panovich kept trying to make us think that he's the meteorologist.
Oh, okay.
He's like an influencer.
Okay.
He was making us, he literally was like, there's a chance that we could lose power for a couple weeks. Like be prepared.
Yeah.
And like, I was freaking out because I'm like, what, like, if we lose power, then we can't, like we have gas.
Right.
So we could cook, but we couldn't have stuff in the fridge. Like couldn't have meat. Yeah. So then I'm like, what am I going to make? Like if I can't, I'm like, I guess I could just eat like oatmeal. So then I was like starting to think about that. And I don't like having to think like that. I think for some people it's like, ooh, like maybe kind of exciting and fun. No, not
some
for
people
me.
some people eat that. There are some people out here that are completely prepared for whatever.
Yes.
And I guess I am wondering whether or not I could ever be in a relationship with someone who normal house, normal life, nothing. There'd be no hoarding. Yeah. In our main house, there'd be no signs of it. I'm a normal person, like nothing, no crazy. There's not talk about it, whatever. But I also want to be. I don't want to be the person that like was the sucker.
Yes.
I just don't want to be that. I've also thought about like, cause there are people that, the container houses. Yeah. They can make shipping containers that look really dope. Yeah. There are companies that go and they dig out your thing and they bring the container. It's all pre-made. Yeah. And they just dump it in there and they install the water, the heat, the sun powered. Solar power
energy, yeah.
It's all done for you. Yeah. And I looked at the thing and it's like, that's better than some of these New York apartments.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
So
yeah, that's how I feel too, is like, I don't want to be like crazy about it, but I don't want to be a sucker. And that's how I felt during the snowstorm. I was like, if I have the ability to prepare for something and it's not going to put me out that much, why wouldn't I?
Who would be you and Caleb, you Caleb, who the first two people that get invited?
To our bunker?
That's a question.
Oh.
Let's say you could only invite two people. You only have room for two people. And in 3 years, you got 3 years worth of food down there. You can only invite two people.
Well, that's crazy because like I would want to invite my parents, but he would want to invite his mom. My sis, I feel like,
that's crazy.
Yeah. Maybe my brother and his fiance.
Yeah.
Just because like we're besties with them. Like we could.
Could you live with like having to leave like your sister or your mom out?
Well, like my sister has her family. So like I couldn't just take her. And then I couldn't just take my mom. Yeah. Because then she'd leave my dad. I could take both my parents, but then what about Caleb's mom?
Yeah. Yeah. Dad got to survive himself. Yeah. Mom and mom. Yeah. Dad, you gotta go. Miss Humphries is watching. Yep.
I mean, I think my mom would actually be totally fine. And really? Honestly, my dad would probably need to be in the bunker with me.
I love that. All right. That's my fact. What fact do you have?
Okay. I have two. I was going to pick depending on the vibes of the podcast.
Okay.
Let's see. Since we're already kind of deep, this is not super deep.
Okay.
During REM sleep, your brain can reach up to 90 to 100% of its normal daytime activity. So even though your body is completely still, your mind is basically fully awake, creating entire experiences that feel real. You're having 3 to 6 of these dreams every night, but most of them disappear within minutes of waking up. Your heart rate can spike, your emotions feel real, and yet you wake up and it's gone. So my question for you about this is, do you dream?
I do dream.
And are they like, how often do you dream? Are they vivid?
They are. Yeah, they are. It's so funny because you can say, well, tell me about one. I can't.
Yeah, but because that's literally, it's like, I think you forget like 90% of it within minutes of waking up.
Yeah, which is so weird. It's weird, but it's also like unfair and it's sad and it's like, there's a TV show that it's actually based on real stuff, where there was a guy who was a startup founder, and his company was allowing you to save your dreams.
Oh,
yeah, you can save
cool.
he called it like dream sourcing or something like that, where you can source your dreams and like build all these, databases on your dreams.
Yeah.
Like that. If someone ever actually comes to the point, I don't know how you would do that without like having to biologically like, mess with a person.
Yeah.
But I've had very vivid dreams since I was young. There was one that I remember, and I had it over and over and over again as a kid. I was in a white space, a white room, and there was a big ass silver ball rolling towards me.
What?
Yes, Abby.
And you're running away from it?
I couldn't move. And it was just
would you wake up like right before it hit you, or
maybe sometimes like right before, but maybe just sometimes I'm just like screaming out. Then the funny thing is, when I watched The Matrix the first time, have you ever seen The Matrix?
You asked me this last episode.
Did I even know? There's a part where Matrix where Neo is like plugged into the system, and they go to teach him like karate, so he can plug into a system, and they can press a button, and he'll go, I know kung fu.
Yeah.
Right. And you can like teach him all these things, and they're feeding his brain, and he's over there like this, and he's shaking, and they're just and on the database is like showing all the stuff that he's learning.
Yeah.
So you're making him like this martial artist. But there's a scene where you cut to the visual of him learning, and it goes, and there's this big white space. When I first saw it, I go,
that's it.
And it's just when he was there. I didn't do. I think I may have been in the movie, so I didn't do it like that. But I kind of went like that.
Yeah,
I was like,
felt it.
It was that kind of thing, because it always was like this, like kind of whooshing where I did it, and there was like a big, almost like the pinballs in the pinball thing. That's what it felt like, and it was just like slowly, and you could just like hear it like rolling against the ground.
Wow.
It was. I used to wake up in sweats. I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't know why.
You're probably gonna have that dream tonight.
Oh my gosh, Abby, I'm like, damn it. But probably over the span of my childhood, I don't know, maybe 100 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the only one.
Have you ever had a dream that felt like it was either like a premonition for something that?
There have been moments where I'm just like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that. Oh, there's the answer. I'm going to, and then I make bacon.
Yeah. Then you're like, wait, what?
And then it's gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I should have done a better job of just like writing and jotting these things down. But I know for a fact, a hard fact, that there are multiple times I woke up and I was like, oh, I'm supposed to. Okay.
That's the answer.
That's the answer. That's a perspective I should be taking, so.
It probably stays with you,
Yeah.
even if you don't write it down.
Do you dream?
I do dream
a
lot.
Yeah.
I have extremely vivid dreams, multiple every single night. And like, sometimes I've said this to therapists before. I'm like, it sucks because it's like, I just want to relax whenever I'm sleeping, but it's like, and it says, and like what I was looking up about this is, everything that you're experiencing, the emotions, like you are really experiencing that, like your heart rate's increasing, like, and so it's, for me, I'm like, my Oura Ring says that I get pretty restful sleep, but I'm like, how am I actually getting restful sleep if I'm like experiencing these like crazy traumatic things every single night when I'm sleeping?
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had multiple dreams that like will be premonitions for something that like will happen like a couple days later.
And you tie it, but you're able to tie it back? You're
yeah.
Like, ooh.
Yes. Like whenever the night or 2 nights before, so my dad had a heart attack a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a dream like the night before, like the 2 nights before, that my dad had like a health event and I didn't know what it was, but I felt the feeling of that, of like hearing the news and like getting into like, okay, like what are the next steps? Like I experienced that entire emotional, you know,
roller coaster.
And then 2 days later, my mom texted me because I was traveling. I was out of town and she texted me. And I remember I was in the LaGuardia airport and I like went into the bathroom and just like took a second. And then I was like, oh my God. I had this weird feeling. I was like, it was almost like I was having deja vu. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I've experienced this before. And it was literally like my dream was like preparing me almost for it. And I was reading about that too. And it's like your brain will like rehearse things. Like you can rehearse, but usually it's things that you know are going to happen. Like if you have an interview or something. Yeah. So I'm not saying I'm a psychic, but like the fact that I had experienced that before was crazy. And
did you happen to mention that to him?
I don't think
it was just,
I think I told my sister because I was like, I was coming back from Europe and I was staying in New York for a few days with my sister and I told her. But I mean, I've had like, there's like 3 or 4 other instances that have happened very similar to that where like I dream about something maybe even a couple times and then it like comes true. So yeah, dreams are just always like so interesting to me because I'm like, some of them I feel like are just kind of wacky and stupid and like what even is going on. But then sometimes I'm like, ooh, that.
I think it's impossible for them all to be baseless.
Yeah.
I think it's impossible for something that's happening so deep inside our psyche.
Yes.
To where it's like, no, they're not attached to anything. Like, stop it.
Exactly.
Stop it.
And I also feel like, cause I am like a little woo woo in the sense that like, I think it's like your deepest intuition a lot of times coming out. Yeah. And I think in those instances where I am like experiencing something and then it happens, I do think it's like the deepest part of my intuition, like coming out and like preparing me and trying to. Yeah.
Whoa.
This episode needs to be rated. This needs to be rated like intense.
Yeah. Just put the icon, the emoji of the Google like that.
There needs to be like a warning at the beginning.
Yeah. Warning.
This is a lot more intense than all of the other episodes. Sorry.
Warning intense. That's the name of the title.
Yeah.
Warning intense. Okay. We have moved on to our audience question portion of the day, and Abby sent over a couple.
I wasn't sure if you had one already.
I didn't have one. Okay. I haven't been doing the diligency, and this is getting on top of it, right? Yeah. I promise you over the next, I'm really grateful for these, which we'll do one. I already know which one we're going to answer.
Okay.
But I'm also, I haven't been doing a good enough job of like promoting the aspect of that, you know, and so
but I actually got another one yesterday too. I
really?
Can send you,
Okay. Here's the one that we are going to answer today. Ready?
Yeah.
Are you interested to see which one I picked?
I am, yeah.
Do you know, would you guess? Could you guess?
Probably the guy.
Nope.
Oh.
Hold on. Yeah. I'm right. Here we go.
Hi, my name's Anna. I love the podcast. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, and my question is kind of a question or maybe advice. What is your opinion on maid of honor or best man? Do you think it should be your sibling or your best friend if you're not as close with your siblings?
Okay, that was Anna. Mm-hmm. She's from Charlotte. She asked, what do you think about maid of honor or best man? And who should it be if it's not your sibling?
Yeah. It's a good one.
So it's a really good one. I'm going to try to answer this as simple as possible. Right now, what's weird for me, because me and my brother are not talking.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Me and my brother, you know, huh?
How old is he?
Like 1 year older than me.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I won't get into, details or whatever, because I don't bring family stuff into the podcast. family is, we should have another conversation about family. I think, what I've learned over the years is like the one thing you have to do is like the boundaries and the relationships that you have with your family through high school cannot be the same that you have through your 20s, through your 30s, through your 40s. The only way to really survive family is to be listening to what the relationship is and setting new guidelines every fucking year at whatever it is. And with the people that you have a lot of tension with and with the people that you have a better relationship with.
Yeah.
I have, if there's one person that my family is sure of in regards to like how that relationship is or like the dynamic, it's me. I've been very clear. And I just don't
boundary king
100%. And I just like, I will not let the fact that we have the same last name allow you to
get a pass
on anything or 100%. So, and I think the only way to survive that, to survive certain things is be like, okay, our relationship now is, are you hurt? Do you need anything? Can I help?
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm right there. I also think like, I think I gotta keep it there. I think it's reciprocated to where if he found out anybody hurt me, they'd be hurt.
Right.
Yeah. I still think that's that. There's a line there. But we're not talking that might change. But even with like, even if that wasn't the situation, right now, my best friends, I have friends and so this is what I was going to revert back to. Even if we were talking, I don't necessarily know if I would have picked my brother. It would have been a default.
Yeah.
If we had a better relationship.
Maybe that should be the title of the podcast, Default.
Ooh,
it's come up a couple times.
Yeah, that's a
challenging your default.
No, we got to make it simpler. Changing your default. Changing your default. Yeah. So I think my default would have changed. My default would have been differently based on our relationship, right? We were talking about wanting a female financial advisor.
Your best man would be a girl.
Be a lot of them.
Yeah.
Be a lot of them. My homegirl Anna, my homegirl Mandy, Rachel,
yeah.
And
that's your homie.
Right. And now I have really good male friends. Zach, John, Jonathan, there's a couple, but I haven't even talked to them in a long time. I would call Zach right now. It's like, I'm getting married. He's like, all right, bro, where should I be?
Yeah.
Where should I, that kind of thing. Like, that's my homie, like whatever.
Yeah.
But I probably would just like pick my nephews.
Yeah.
That I think, but I would almost like.
Is that your brother's kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would want my nieces and nephews. Like if I could have here's the reason why I would pick my nephews. It would be hard pressed going forward that I would pick anyone other than my nephews.
Yeah.
Because I want them to see that.
Yeah.
I want them to be, and I hope I'm able to do it before they're able to like find their person.
Yeah.
Because I want them to experience the whole thing. I want them to see how intentional I am about it. I want them to see how I engage with her on that day or that couple of days. I want them to get the note from me about her.
Yeah.
I want them to see
it done right.
Yes. I want them to see me fucking break down as she's walking down, that kind of thing. Because they haven't seen it, so that I would almost want my nieces up there too, but I will settle for my nephews, or nobody. Like at this point, it's just like I would want my people there.
Yeah.
like Zach, Jonathan, all of them, they'd be like, where you want me, man? You want me up there?
Yeah. They don't care.
They don't care. Like wherever that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I would want them there. There are people that I have to have there. My Rachel's, my like all of them. But right now it just feels like my nephews.
Yeah.
It feels like my nephews. I'm trying to. Yeah. What about you?
I just think it's such an interesting question because I like. Also, it changes so much. Like when you get engaged and then sometimes you don't get married for like a year, year and a half.
Yeah.
So the decision that you would be making right now is not necessarily the same decision that you would make on your wedding day. So that would be like maybe my first piece of advice is to like not make a rash decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like your people are going to be coming to the wedding regardless.
Right.
You don't need to lock somebody in as your best man or your maid of honor immediately.
Right.
Also, like there have been situations with me where I thought I was going to be a bridesmaid, or like I thought maybe I was, going to be in the bridal party and then I wasn't. And
really,
yeah, and like just tried my best to not take it personally, and since then have become super, super close with these people when I wasn't a bridesmaid, and like just allowed the relationship to stay fluid and never held that against them.
Wow.
And that is like the best, I think, and it's much easier said than done on both sides. But I think you want the people there with you that they're not going to make it about them either way. Like whether they're the maid of honor, whether they're a bridesmaid, whether they're just a guest, they know that that's your day and they're not going to be mad at you. They're not going to have any emotions in it. So I would say like, just be really intentional about like what's the energy that you need on that day?
Yeah.
Because that's going to be like your person. But also it's so complicated because it's like some people are just like super emotional and do take those things really seriously. And it would maybe be grounds for somebody to like cut you off if they weren't a bridesmaid or something.
Yeah.
If someone's going to be that upset about it and you just need to make them a bridesmaid or whatever, just to do it and you want to avoid drama, fine.
Ooh,
but like, I mean, that's not me. That's not me. Cause I try not to be around people like that, but like for the sake of just like keeping the peace.
You can keep
especially
your piece in that damn third row, bitch.
But it's like, I don't know. It's just like, my thing is, regardless of my title on your wedding day, I'm going to be there for you. So it's like, but not everybody's like that. So I would say, think about the energy that you need on that day. Who is going to bring that to you? And then that's the person that should be your maid of honor. And if that's your sister, great. If your sister maybe isn't like that all the time, but on your wedding day could show up for you in that way, great. Like maybe you can do that then. But I think it should be, it's about you. So make the decision that you want.
Would you ever just do your sister?
Well, for me, it's going to be my sister. Totally.
It's not even a
full
question.
stop. It's not even a question.
Okay.
But she's married. So like there's the thing with, it's like technically that it's like your matron of honor and then you can have another maid of honor.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So I was a maid of honor and then the bride also had a matron of honor, which was a friend that was already married.
Okay.
So I guess I would maybe have to choose a maid of, wouldn't have to, but I could choose another maid of honor.
Do you know who that would be?
I think I would just have my sister because it also gets to the point where it's like, then I feel like I'm ranking my friends and I don't like that, which is another good thing about having a sister. Cause sometimes it's just like, you know what? I'm just going to avoid all the drama and my sister's going to be my maid of honor and nobody can question it.
Yeah.
So that could also be another good thing for the person asking this question is like, if you want to avoid not having to rank your friends or like pick your friends, the sister thing could just be.
Does she have sister? Like a sister?
Yeah.
She has a blood sister?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I thought you were saying, you can just pick your sister-in-law.
Yeah. With the energy you want on that day.
Yeah.
But also I will say there's like so many things that goes into a wedding and like your bridesmaids will show up for you in different ways. Like you might have a bridesmaid that is going to help plan the bachelorette. It might not be, she might be really good at that. There might be someone that can help you. There's so many things that go into planning a wedding.
I will tell you this. Like I hope, I don't know the type of woman I'm going to end up with in regards to whether or not she loves the wedding or loves weddings or whatever.
Yeah.
And once you will, if there were any person that ever did anything that upset my wife on her wedding day, that would be the last time we spoke.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It would be, I would try my best not to literally snap your neck off of your head like on the day.
Yeah.
Because now I'm making it even worse for her. That kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like if it's going to be somebody that's going to make it about them and ruin it, like get out of here. I can
imagine. I'm not going to say. I can imagine someone making a toast at my wedding and almost like making it sound like he's saying something great about me.
Oh, but it's like a slight.
But it's almost like just really talking about him. Not like a slight, but like it's almost like, this, but it's just almost, but it's literally when you really listen to it, all he's talking about is him. Yeah. That would, would fucking kill.
Yes.
I would be so mad.
It's like whenever, it's like the speech when it's like, like they're trying to make it about them, but it's really just like, you're just kind of like hyping yourself up.
Yeah. Have you seen Wedding Crashers? Not Wedding Crashers, Bridesmaids.
Yes.
When they have the competing.
Yes.
So you remember when we were?
Yes.
I believe.
Yes. That's such a good movie.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, another great podcast in the books. 1202.
We have to still do our last thing.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I was getting.
I thought you were ending it.
No. I was. Well, it's our final.
It's our final. It's our final.
So we have almost everything. Or no, almost
nothing.
Almost nothing. See, look at me. I'm on it.
Remember, we decided I was going to do this.
Oh, that's right.
Because you always mess it up.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Abby Humphries.
This is our almost nothing segment where we give a recommendation, a personal win, or a tiny delight.
Yes.
Do you have yours?
I do have my recommendation.
Go for it.
And it's part recommendation, part tiny delight.
Okay. Change
your toothbrush.
Oh, yeah.
Get a new toothbrush.
For the love of God, honestly.
For the love of God. And the last one I purchased, I think I may have just grabbed it.
Yeah.
Because it was like a darker one, so it kind of like looked dude-ish.
Yeah.
I don't really hate, but I hate saying the word hate.
Yeah.
Soft bristles are just horrible.
Yeah. You got medium or more.
Hard bristles.
Yeah.
But I've been using this toothbrush for so long. And the funny thing is, I don't know if the toothbrushes say hard anymore. I think they say soft and medium.
Yeah, I have
never seen
a hard. It's just soft or medium.
Got it. And maybe I think that's like a liability. You can't put hard on a toothbrush because you don't want it to
strip your gums,
something like that. I think medium actually might stand for the hardest quality. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't remember the last time.
I have no clue.
But I put that. It looked like I might as well have been using like
a sponge,
like a what do you call the Brillo pad or something? Yeah. It was so hard. Yeah. And I loved it. Yeah. I was just like, yeah. And I
do you have a manual toothbrush or
a manual? Okay. I will never do it. I've done electric in the past, or I've used an electric in the past. It doesn't feel like, and maybe I wasn't the user or one. It didn't feel like it was like actually cleaning. Yeah. I like the manual because I need to get up and,
It's interesting because my dentist told me to get an electric toothbrush. So that's what I've been using for the past 2 years. But sometimes when I travel, I don't bring it. I'll just use a normal one. Going from an electric to a manual is crazy.
Meaning?
It's just you get so used to just kind of holding it in your mouth and it's just doing it. Having to really oh my gosh.
So do you think electrics work better? Do you think electrics clean better?
Not necessarily, but the reason I had to do it was because my gums are sensitive and it's less intense on your gums because it's smaller. So it's mostly just hitting your teeth versus the full thing on a manual brush is like bigger. And so it's getting into it's brushing your gums more.
The actual
bristles.
Oh, I thought you were saying the stick is like hitting your gums.
No, like the pad of the bristles is bigger. So it's like more surface area and it's like it can mess with your gums a little bit if you have sensitive gums. I
will say this. This is going to sound so weird. My gums started bleeding and I was like, yes.
You're like, this is what I want.
This is what I want. Like it's clean. Like it's almost like, it's working when it stings.
Yes.
Kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I was just,
so
I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so great. I just like, so,
yeah.
That and dudes, find a scent. Find a scent. I got a scent that I used to wear all the time. I got it back and I wore it this weekend. It was like,
nice.
it's okay. I've also, so I'm trying to, don't go overboard, Doc. Like I've already talked about, remember we had to remember what the word was.
Oh yeah.
It starts with H.
Oh, hygiene.
Hygiene, right. Enjoy your hygiene. Like make it a thing.
Yeah,
like
make it a ritual.
Don't passively buy a toothbrush.
Yeah.
Don't have a scent. Don't passively buy, you know what I mean?
Be intentional.
If you're using the same damn bar of soap that you wore, that your mama bought you, dudes.
Yeah.
Like, come on, like go sample. Dudes need to go. I'm only talking at the male perspective. Dudes need to go to Sephora, go to Target.
Yeah.
Go to the Target thing.
Go to Target.
And just start smelling things and like pick the one that you like. Look at the back of the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I like this ingredients, those kind of things.
Yeah.
And so even my home, I did a lot of cleaning. There's a lemon mint flavored like air freshener that I absolutely love. I got it all over.
Yeah.
So like, take your time.
And those are tiny delights that you have throughout your day.
Yeah. And they make you, they like, it's like develops your taste.
Totally. And it gives you like a signature like scent. And like when people,
And so when someone asks why do you like this? Why'd you buy this? That kind of thing. Have an answer for those things.
I love that.
Yeah. So.
Okay. I would say mine is to pick like one thing in your house to organize because so we've lived here for almost 2 years. The spice cabinet has just always been a shit show. Okay. You can see it now before you leave. Okay. And like, it's one of those things that like Caleb and I both just like hated and like we weren't going to do anything about it. And like the honey, like I have like 18 things of honey as I have like hot honey. We talked about honey last time.
Yes.
And like, so some of the honey was like sticky and like had gotten on the bottom of the cabinet. Ooh. And it was just like, it was getting a little bit out of control. And I had like ordered some other organization things to organize a couple other cabinets. And I had this like, almost like a spice rack I was using in the bathroom for like my products and it wasn't working in the bathroom anymore. And I was like, gonna just like toss it. And I was like, wait, oh my God, I can use it for my spices. So I just like took all the spices out, threw away the ones that were like empty or like expired. Just a quick little it took me 15 minutes. I was listening to a podcast or my audiobook while I did it. Caleb came home, he opened it. He was like, this just like made my life. He was like, and every time he opens it, he's like, God, this is great. And I'm like, we've just been living in disarray in the spices. We both cook. We both just like let it. And now it's like, we can see all of them. All the labels are faced. Like it was so simple. And like, it's just been such a nice little thing. So like something in your house that's like driving you crazy and that you're just putting up with for no reason, take 15 minutes, put on some music, put on an audiobook and just like organize it.
It's the time of year for that.
Yes. It's spring. Just do a little spring cleaning. It can be like a 15-minute task.
It's so funny how many times we will walk into our own damn kitchen, look at something we know we got to do and just
and just ignore it.
Like, you're offended by it.
Yeah. You're like, oh, I hate
like
that.
Somebody else did it.
Yeah. As if,
oh my God.
As if you like can't change it or fix it. Well, that's what I told Caleb. He was like, I can't tell you how much this is bugging me. I'm like, you had the ability to fix it too. It just took one of us to do it.
That's funny. Oh, that's funny. All right. Holy moly. I'm gonna go clean some more.
Oh, wow.
All right, 12:10. We got that's
We're
a good time?
Yeah.
All
Perfect.
right.
20 minutes to spare.
You guys have been great.
Go in peace.
Woo!
Wow.
Well done, lady.
That was really that was an intense one.
Holy moly.